Okay. Where's my pen? All right, it's good. The thing I don't like about this whole situation is that I don't have access to my layers and stuff, which is kind of annoying. Okay. Okay, all right. Merge that down. This looks like the same layer, it's just bigger. I'm just gonna merge and then duplicate it. It's not enough of a difference. Okay. So gonna be building the forms a lot, and then once I'm satisfied with the forms, I'm gonna be detailing it. I've got slow cooked pork tenderloin cooking right now. Should be really good. It's got a honey based sauce. Could be very good. Let's see. I've tried, you know, a couple recipes in a slow cooker, and mostly it's pretty good. Been having a lot of good vibes from it. I wish I had more information for this. This hand. I just don't really know how it works. Kind of just guessing at it. There's not really all that much available in the form of references, so probably gonna wing it. It's got to be close to what I've got going, but just not quite. It's not quite there. stream. Yep. I spent like a good hour. Well, not really. More like 24 minutes. I think I watched it a couple times, but I'm not sure exactly how many times. Watching that Rungia. What's it called? I get lost around like at the, you know, halfway mark, and it's just like I'm not able to follow what's going on anymore. I'm like, okay, so he's doing the forums. All right, it's the forums. Okay, what happened? I don't know. The forms. And that's where I think all the magic happens, really. Just another 10. Hey, I probably wouldn't have been able to like understand as much as I do last time. Well, if I had watched it like earlier. So probably oh, I like Fenqua's song. I definitely really enjoy his work. Just 100 times stronger fundamentals. It's true. He's very, very good. I really like his work. He's one of my favorites for sure. I've been watching him. Like, there was a couple of Eastern artists, like Wei Fang and you know, HGJ and that I've been watching for a very long time. So yeah, maybe a couple of what's it called, a couple of drops has you know, made it over. My wife tells me I only draw brown stuff. I don't know how to draw anything else. It's always brown. Why is it the same palette every time? You know, you open up my work and it's like every one of them is different, but okay, whatever you say, honey. You know. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new desk. My desk is getting ready to quit on me. There's definitely green. There's colors. I do the colors. I think she might be colorblind. Her father is colorblind, so she might have never just, you know, she might have like low. She's scoring low on aesthetics. Let's see something here. Okay. But I do think I've learned a little bit from that video. Let's see. It's kind of a lot. Maybe your values are muddy. I mean, there's definitely, like, I could improve value-wise. There's no doubt about that. My values could be better. But I still think she's literally colorblind. So that's that. That is that. I think this should turn in a little bit more. But Rungia layers so much. There's so much like form building going on. If I had to guess, this image was compiled over like a day. It's a day-long paint, something like that. And Because it does look like, you know, it's close to like, you know, 12 minutes times maybe, you know, 16 times. Because you could still make everything out technically. You can make out a lot of the strokes if you slow it down to like 0.25. How do you not know about her colorblindness when you've been together with her for years? Well, she doesn't think she's colorblind, but you know, clearly there is a problem. Maybe you should find someone that is much inferior to Rangira, so it's more achievable, like a discount Rangira. Maybe. I feel like it's an achievable goal, and I feel like it's much more satisfying. You know, if I were able to do that, I feel like I'd be very satisfied. Plus, I don't, you know, I don't really care, you know, if I achieve it or not. If I don't, then I don't. Okay, whatever, you know. But I think it's worthwhile. I think it's worthwhile to do it. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing well. So, I'll take what I want, and if it doesn't work out, you know, all right. At least I tried, you know. At least I tried. But yeah, Renjia has a very, 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 very next level understanding of forms. I think that's gonna take me a long time to replicate something like that. I don't think it's gonna be quite easy. You seem to know literally every popular artist in this world. Nah, there's so many. How could I? There's so many. I do browse a lot of art. I mean, there's a lot of artists. There's a lot of them. But there's only like, I would say, you know, the really top guys, there's probably only a couple thousands of them, maybe. There's so many unknown artists too. It's like it would be impossible for me to know even like and close to. But I do know a couple of them. Chang Wei Pan. It's familiar, but I don't think I'm familiar with him. I'm not sure. See, there's one I don't know. Chang Wei Pan. Let me see. Principal illustrator. Oh, this guy. I've seen his work. I've seen this image pop up a couple times on ArtStation. I've seen it. Yeah. I'm just not a big fan of like the Riot House style, and I get that that's kind of what he does. So, it's cool. He just reminds me of like a worse Cold Burger. I feel like Cold Burger does this art style a little bit better. Horseshoe Fell. Basically, he's also, I'm pretty sure he works Blizzard. Okay. Yeah, that's probably why. Blizzard's a little bit. It's a very similar style. Yeah, Cold Burger streams on Twitch. Is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a couple. I think I watched this one on stream. And he's got very like this type of like rendering I really enjoy. And see, it's not like I don't know. It feels more natural somehow. I'm not a big fan of Riot's what's it called style though. I don't know. It's basically the same. He's doing like very similar stuff to this guy. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, it's very good. You know, it's very technically good. I just, you know, I just don't like it. That's just me though. It's not, you know. It's not bad. I just don't. I don't like it as much. I like Kohlberger's stuff though. It's got more juice to it somehow. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch Rangia's video like 20 times a day, and then just try to like study from it and see what I can pick up. I think there's a lot of value in there. It's, you know, it's kind of a lot. It's 12 minutes of video if you slow it down. You know, the original video is 3 minutes, but if you slow it down to like 12.25, you actually get more like 12 something of video, and that's kind of a lot. And you could still understand it at that speed, I feel like. So it's very understandable. Maybe one day you can stream yourself just browsing art. More entertaining, how dare you. I don't think anyone would be interested in that. I don't know. I just feel like... I don't know. I feel like I talk too much shit about people. There's no reason. There's no real reason to. I'm actually gonna take this thing and move it back over here because I do want to be looking at that. It's also interesting how Rangia starts. Like, he has like a really white character for this. I don't know if it's because he decided the lighting already. No offense, but art is super boring to watch. Just keep keep watching the same thing. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I agree with you there. It's like, you know, there's nothing more interesting, nothing less interesting than watching paint dry, and that's true. I understand that. I think art streams are mostly about like the personality of the person, kind of like what they can pull out in that sense. I don't have that much of a personality, so. But at least I think streaming is mostly like personality based. It's not really. But I'll tell you this, without like a serious amount of skill, people won't even like look at your work. Because like I see like a lot of people who are, you know, like top streamers, and they have really good stuff, you know. But usually they also have that personality, so. It's difficult to come by, honestly. Consistent streaming, that's another thing. I mean, I'm just you know, I'm not trying to become like a top streamer or anything like that. I feel like that. Not my cup of tea. I'm just here kind of like to hang out. And, you know, if I can entertain someone, that's cool. But yeah, it propels me to work more on, you know, on some of this stuff. And so that's kind of why I like it. I feel like it motivates me to paint more. I kind of like that. I'm gonna switch over to a little bit more blue here. But yeah, it's painstaking process. I don't really watch a lot of art streams myself, but I do check in on a couple people once in a while, you know, just to see what they're up to. I do be doing that, but usually I'm coming in for the personality, you know. Again. Sometimes I'll come in for the art. Like, some people don't have that much of a personality, but their artwork really interests me. And so it's pretty rare for both. I feel like artists are more like introverted. So more introverted and less, you know, less interesting to watch. No 2-week hiatuses. Yeah, Amundsen streams sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. There's a big what's it called going on, the NFT people. Some guy has figured out that you can like sell NFTs of tweets, and he's doing that to like artists' artwork. He has like a bot, and then he's basically selling the NFT of the artist's work if he posts it online. I don't think that's, you know, I don't think that copyright works that way. I don't believe. It's kind of weird that it's like it's strange, you know, like emotes and NFTs are kind of like a slightly gray area, but I think you could potentially go after someone doing that. I don't think they own your tweets, and they can't sell them. Especially with something like artwork. With written words, I think it's a little bit tougher, right? Because it's like, it's just a set of words, right? It's not like there was, what's it called? There's anything super special about it. But artwork itself, I think, has like several protections that something like tweets don't have. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure that guy is gonna be sued. And then we'll see. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think NFTs are a really good idea, like for monetizing. I think it's really cool. I don't really have too much faith that if I go out there, I'm gonna sell. But I can see like a lot of people are making a big bank on it. You know, Noah Bradley actually sold a lot of NFTs. He says he sold about 8 grand of them. So, you know, it's a cool way of monetizing if you've been canceled. So if you ever get canceled, you can just sell your NFTs. He put out a video on it, so I was, you know, I was curious. I wanted to see what he was doing. Still checking up. But yeah. It is very interesting. I think we're entering a new era. Either that or it's all gonna blow up tomorrow, and I'll disavow any of these statements. I'll just be like, yeah, actually, I never said that. I always thought it was stupid. Really dumb. But at this point, it does look like, it's an interesting, what's it called? I could, yeah, I could. Basically, you could, anything can be turned into a token. Anything at all, really. And it's kind of like, the way I like to think of it, this is what I've come up with after like attempting to make sense of some of this, and you know, just watching how these people behave and trying to figure out what it is exactly that makes them tick. It's kind of like you know, like coin collectors. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I've always thought these people were kind of crazy. But there's a large group of people out there that like collecting things. Whether it's, you know, stamps or coins, priceless artworks, you know. Some people just have this like thing where they, hey, I want that. I think it comes from something like, I don't know, some sort of, I don't know, it's probably some biological basis for it. You can't just have something like that. Just, I want things, I want this thing. Like, you know how I like survival games? I'm pretty sure it's because my genes are part of like some group of ungas that really wanted to collect all the berries. And so even now I'm driven to collect all the berries, and so that's why I like survival games. Cause yeah, it's just, that's how it is. That's how it goes, and I gotta play them. I have no choice in the matter. I just gotta collect those berries, man. I need the berries. So yeah, I think it's something like they love collectibles. And there's people like, there's kind of a phenomena like that. Like, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. You could sell a bunch of old Yu-Gi-Oh cards to collectors. Like, they're worth nothing to me. They're just taking up space. But I know that somewhere someone is collecting them. I don't understand it, but I don't really have to. I just have to understand it, like, you know, there is a market for this sort of thing, and it seems to work. At this point, it's very new. It's very difficult to say one way or another what's going to happen with it. Just moving this eye a little bit in. Just developing those forms. There should be a little bit more shadow here. Maybe just kind of a tiny bit of... Still kind of... Oh, I need a new layer. So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like they're still collecting comic books. Except now it's... you know, it's a digital token. And so they still kind of feel like they're collecting something. You sort of own a token of a thing. It's not the thing itself, it's the representation of the thing, right? It's never it's kind of weird. It's like I don't know, like Bitcoin is a representation of currency. It's not real currency, or maybe it is currency, but then currency is just a representation of value or something like that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is people seem to find value in it, and they are buying. And I don't know, like, it feels kind of like they're buying because they believe that this will be a thing. Like they're buying almost like futures in a company. There's no like real reason to think that it will be a thing, but they're still buying anyway. And so it's like they're kind of doing what I do. They're gambling. Except I gamble with crypto and stock. By the way, GME up, baby. Let's go. AMC up. Everybody up. I'm making money right now. A lot of money, a lot of big monies, a lot of bananas. Got to return to monkey and just eat banana. Economy too complex. Why Ungo like NFT? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, sure. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for mankind. I'm on board with you. No problem, of course. But you know, while you get that anarcho-primitivist utopia going, where people die from like the common cold, I'm gonna chill out over here for now. I think there's a lot of value in chilling out like right here. Oh, it's really hard to call. I think it would be cool to sell my work as an NFT. I think that would be really dope. I just don't know if anyone would be interested in buying it. My only hope is, you know, that like I do sell it and then because it's expensive to start. It really is expensive to start. It's like $50 to like publish it. Right now, I don't know if Ethereum's gonna keep going up at the rate that it's going up. It might actually be like $100 by the end of the week. Who knows? I actually got out of Ethereum because it kind of slowed down. I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't go back up. We'll see. I'm out though, so if I just lose money, that's fine. I mean, if I don't lose money, that's fine. I just don't gain the money. Feels bad, man. That feel will you will never die in your mid-30s to a larger predator and leave behind 12 children and 3 wives. Yeah. The anarcho-primitivist dream. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to make these calls. I don't know. It feels like if I feel like, you know, if someone were just to front me the Ethereum to make like a what's it called, I'd give them like an art piece, and then I'd try to what's it called, get it started that way. I feel that would be pretty cool. But like right now, I don't know. I feel like it's very risky for me to put my work out there, and you know, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like you need an audience of some sort, or you need to create specifically for that NFT platform. Like if you had a really cool idea for a token, I think it would work really well. You could probably sell something like that. Audience is everything. Yeah, I feel like, but yeah, look, you know, people who aren't, you know, who don't have that much of an audience, or it does seem like people are able to sell, but it's hard to, it really is hard to like to call it. I don't know. No, I should probably oh, these are all on the same layer. Let me just tone it down to like. But yeah, it's a neat idea. It's very new. Everything is kind of very very experimental. I feel like now is the time to really get into it, if you're gonna get into it, because in a little bit, you know, I feel like it's just gonna be, you know, everyone's gonna have an NFT, right? And then it's like, what sets you apart from the others? And right now, there's like, you know, you have the chance to be like an early adopter or something, and then you get your foot in the door that way. But I feel like it's it really is, it's like, it's too like, I don't know. From one side, it feels like I should have more faith in my own artwork and stuff like that. And I feel like I should, you know, I should invest in my own stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like easier spending money buying like fake cryptocurrency that's, you know, that's just not real and makes me money, because I understand how it works, than I do, you know, contemplating even like, because the price isn't that much, honestly. If I think about it now, I've probably made more than that per sale of like crypto that I've done. And I've done like a bunch of them now. So I could like waste some money and just invest in myself. If anything, I'll end up owning it. You know, the coolest part of NFTs is the royalty system. If your art actually like ever takes off, you know, if your art ever like, if you ever become like the next Picasso or whatever, or at the very least people just really like your art, you know, you don't have to be like super famous, you just have to be famous enough. You get a royalty every time that artwork changes hands. So say it was like 10%, you know, and your work was, you sold it at And prices are crazy right now. I've seen artwork go for like thousands of dollars. That wasn't even like, well, I didn't understand it, but someone liked it, so thousands and thousands of Ethereum. I mean, thousands of dollars converted into Ethereum. I think what I want to do is, yeah, looks good. Okay. What I want to do is, I want to just like, you know what? Let me do that to all of this. Or maybe even, you know what? Just the arm, maybe. I feel like just the arm. It's like the right form, but it's like the wrong size or something. Maybe like between, maybe in the middle of that, and then the arm. I'm gonna try, but it's challenging. It's challenging. As I said, I'm working a full-time job, so that means I have to like really have really good stamina. Ideally, I would like to stream, you know, just about every day. That would be good. But it's probably gonna end up more like, you know, 3 days or 2 days with a space, and then the next 3 days. I'm probably gonna do like my schedule right now, even though it's not updated, is like it's like this. I think this is what I've been able to like kind of extrapolate. So I'm on, off, on, off, on, off, on. So I take a break either in the middle on Wednesday, or I take a break on Tuesday and what's it called? Tuesday and Thursday, depending on how what's called. And that pattern just keeps going. So it's like it's like 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1. Yeah, it keeps going like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to stream, but it's like it's kind of it is, you know, there is a lot of energy that I just don't have. Just too bad, you know. I feel like I'm starting to make stuff that I might actually enjoy soon, maybe. Maybe. Merge that down. To move this over too. I should have just taken the whole thing. It's gotta be like, bigger. Then merge and then I'll edit. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Maybe I'll get fired. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll get fired and then I'll spend a nice little chunk of change, chunk of time, eating through my war chest while I'm looking for another job. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows how these things play out. Just quit your job, be a full-time streamer. Yep. 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 I guess my problem is I like money. Also, uh just so you know, uh, no one's gonna support you forever. There are like hard limits to uh the amount of patience people have with you. Uh so, you know, there is that. Poverty enjoyer. Average cash fan versus average poverty enjoyer. I don't need too much, to be honest. I don't. The only thing I need is like, well, I don't even need it. It's more like I like it. Is like takeout. I really like takeout. I'm pretty simple. I don't really need much of anything really. Um, Video games once in a while. I'll splurge, buy myself a video game. Let me see. Let me duplicate this one. It's mostly maintenance for me. Like I might have to buy like a new desk at some point, you know. And I'd like to have the money for that. I don't have to like go out fundraise or whatever. Fundraise. It's I don't know. It's tough. Like I don't worry that much about money anymore. Um I used to a lot. Now I just kind of like I feel like yeah, I feel like it's all going to be all right for the most part. And yeah, that kind of security really helps. I feel like I don't have to do many things that I don't really want to do. So, I recommend, recommend finding like a good desk job. Um just to have something going for you while you try to try to get some of this going because it is tough. I've seen a lot of people that didn't get like their first job till they were in their 30s. Um and then it's like they were very very good at it. So, um Yeah, it'd be cool to just do like artwork all day. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I know people in my local art school, like concept art and illustration course. Oh yeah? No one gets a job when they graduate. Well, I mean, if you're very, very good, I think Jamie Jones got a job as soon as like I think he was like in school when they grabbed him. But he's a monster. You can't really compare to him. Jamie Jones is like really, 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 really good. That's another artist that they just kind of just grabbed. Guild Wars 2 had like phenomenal art direction or something because they were able to, um, you know, get a lot of these key assets, um, art wise that are just like really good calls. I don't know. I don't know what else to call it. Just really good calls. Um, big fan. Most of those guys went on to do a lot of really cool stuff, by the way. It's not that they just like finished working on art after Guild Wars 2. Um, like there's a lot of IPs that they worked on, most of those guys. So it's really cool. Really cool. Really makes you appreciate. Where did my music go? Music. Where did you go? Just place away. A regular playlist. Is there even an opportunity for guys like me and you to get a job? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. I mean, I've seen people I've seen people um get work. It just takes a little while. And sometimes it's luck of the draw. I've been like inches away at points, and it kind of sucks that that it didn't work out. So, I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. Um, I do think it. I don't think it's like. I don't think it's like it's just people like Jamie who just they're born with it. But they also put in a lot of work, obviously. Um, yeah, I don't think it's just that. Um, it's definitely like I think you have to like hang on for a very long time and keep working at it no matter what. You just keep putting your work in front of people, whether that's on Twitter or whatever. You know, and eventually, hey, you might get somewhere with it. It is tough. I mean, there's I'll tell you what though, there's a lot of work, you know, um outside of like the big studios that you could do. And it's still artwork. It's just that it's kind of tough to compete for it sometimes. I really kind of detest going going on like Reddit and stuff and just like I just don't like the process of it. I mean, it's not like beneath me or something. I don't like the process of like interacting um um with clients that way. It feels kind of dirty. I don't know. It's just something to get past, I guess. But yeah. 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 I mean, there's like a lot of places that you can get work like DeviantArt, Reddit. It is like a tough like it is a tough gig though. I feel like it's good to have a backup plan. It's good to have like a lot of stuff, but it's really tough. Like I don't know, like people like Dave Raposa are, you know, it does seem like they're struggling a little bit. And it's like, you know, when you're at that level and you're still like worried about trying to make money for you know, to buy a house or something, it feels kind of like that's yikes, man. I wish I hope you know, hope it pans out for him. Gotta give him more money on Patreon, I guess. Hello, Sisgun. Thanks for the kind words. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm still working through it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun little painting. It's gonna have like a lot of cool stuff like reflection, isn't it? We'll see. We'll see. I'm still deciding a lot of stuff in it. Um, Still working through the forms. But yeah, it's like you really have to hustle. Even if after you have like a name, I just find that like and I'm not afraid of hard work, you know? I'm really not afraid of hard work. I'll do all kinds of stuff to get that money, to get that bag. But it feels wrong that, you know, someone like Dave could be struggling or has to hustle like crazy. It feels like they should have more. Um, hey, you know what? With those NFTs, maybe we're gonna see something like that. Cause Ben Morrow made like millions with an M worth of money, and as he's just like one guy, you know. Thanks for trying to read my meme. Sorry. I attempted it. An attempt was made. Dave is not a furry artist. That's why. Yeah, furry artists have been banking on those NFTs for like, or banking on those what's it called. Uh, you see, this is what I'm talking about. People are willing to shell out that money. They really are. They really are, And like if you can make something like that that's like that people find like valuable, you might be uh able to get a lot of money, and then you won't have to like, you can do that's my dream. I just want to do personal work. It's just that it's hard to like balance that with like, you know, your life and everything and money and all this, like all these responsibilities. And you know, you can read it as Shogun. It's my name but in Polish. Oh, okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a little easier for myself. I'll make this, merge that. I think that's a, yeah, that's my layer for today, so I'm gonna just grab that. Still good at the AM until you have a kid, if you plan to have one. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to afford a kid, maybe. Who knows? I think we should. We'll be fine. Like financially, I think we'd be fine. My wife is about to get her first like real job. It takes a minute, you know. So far, she's just been working as like a resident, then a fellow. So that money's good, but it's not like, and you know, by artist standards, it's really good money, but it's not what's called. It's not the cap, not even close. I'm scrolling YouTube to find streams with almost any people on them and comment. Well, thanks for your comments. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Glad you found this one. I don't think anyone ever watches me on YouTube. I'm more of a, like, I'm more on Twitch side. But I like to multi-stream on YouTube. I find, you know, sometimes people pop in, so you know, I always like to leave the door open for, you know, for opportunities, you know. I feel like this arm is probably gonna have to move up a little bit more here. I feel like I might do something like this. Let me see. Let me try it so I don't have to redo everything, you know. Thinking something like this. I think the hand is good the way it is now, but I'm thinking something like that. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna continue scrolling. Maybe I'll be back. Love your art. Hey, thanks for commenting. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. But yeah, I feel like the concept art gig is tough. It really is tough. And I don't think it's for everybody. I think it's just for, you know, if you really, really need to do it, you know. Either concept art or what's called art, creative, anything like that in general. It's like, it's not, it really isn't for everybody. So So, well, unless there's, unless something drastically changes, I feel like there's um money wise, I feel like this is more like a dead end for me. But I just really love doing it. So, is her hand on back to front? What do you mean? What do you mean? Back to front? I think this is much tighter, but I'm just not sure. Back to front. What does she mean by this? I think I'll have to like make the hand a little bit smaller. Still screwing around with the forms here, I'm not sure. Back to front. I kind of want to save the hand, but it is a little difficult. Yeah, I think there are like alternative ways to make money. Where you can do whatever it is you want. Say for instance, day trading. Day trading seems to be something that I don't have to spend a lot of time on. I make decisions and then I can even automate some parts of it. Who knows? Who knows? If I get really big at it, I might even quit my job. Who knows? I'm not making that much on it. Not yet. But once you have that capital, just thinking about like, hey, if I could just put in like 30 grand into a stock that I know is going to give me a 20% return. Like I've done with, my small bits, that would be like a lot of money. But it is gambling, so I don't know. It feels like I'm eventually gonna get bagged, like badly. And that money's gonna dry up. Get her back fat in here. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Maybe I'll get good enough and I'll find something really, really cushy, and I won't have to like. And I could just do artwork. I think it's important to have like backup plans and a couple of alternatives, I feel like. So if something falls through, you still have something else, going for you. The first thing they tell you is no backup plans in art, but I think that's very unrealistic. Very unrealistic. I don't think that's a good plan for anything, But yeah. Cause like, who knows, man? Who knows? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. It's also really hard to get your artwork to like resonate with people. How do you get someone to like, your personal work, stuff that you made and you're like, yeah, like this is what I like, It's very tough. It's very tough. So, I'm always kind of like a jack of all trades, though. I don't think I'm very good at specializing whenever I do anything. I have like everything kind of distracts me and I just like go in all directions at once. With art, I feel like a lot of focus. Because it's like, it's just that one direction and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get good. And then that's it, man. That's it, man. It's gonna work. It's gonna work out. But yeah, so far it's been pretty tough going. So. Pretty tough. I don't really know how other people do it. Maybe they're like me. They're just faking it till they make it, I kind of feel like that's everybody. No matter what you're really doing. I really want to. How did you get this picture of me? It's you in the bath. Bath time, happy times. Yeah, I hope that's not what you look like. Are you like a vampire? I I really want to do something with this arm, man. I feel like it's so close to what I want, but it's like so far away. All right, hold on. Let me Google an image. Let me see. Woman with hand outstretched, I guess. Let's try woman hand stretched. Let's try that. But yeah, I'm working on this piece. It looks kind of neat. It's going pretty good. I think we did a little bit of work today. Here. Okay, let me flip it over first, and then we'll rotate it. There's some things I want to fix, but mostly it's the hand. I feel like the hand is like the big problem for me. I'm gonna be like, if only I could get this arm like in it. I feel like it might be more forward shortened, maybe. More forward shortened. This one's kind of close. If only just the hand and arm. It's a tough perspective, I think. I don't know. There's no like images like this, you know? Oh, here's a woman grabbing stuff. This is a tough one to search for too. I don't know what to call this hand gesture. Oh, kind of close. I think for other like artists like Renjias, they never struggle with this sort of thing. They don't have to like, how do I draw a hand, you know? And so that speeds it up so much. Meow. Hey, cat. Come up here. You hungry? Oh shit! I gotta check on the meat. I'll be right back. I'm slow cooking some pork. I'll be right back. Give me a second here. So. Oh my god, that smells so good. You can't even imagine the smell. Oh my god. Oh, slow cooked pork is like the best. Man. Now I used to do a lot of like pork loin, but now I'm doing like tenderloin. Trying it out this time. Let me see. Let's scroll through this together. You have to if I could just understand like how that arm works. This is so close. It's just not. Arm. Let's try arm stretched. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. Maybe reaching. Maybe woman reaching. reaching is kind of a good word. Here's one. Beautiful young girl in white, arms forward. Arms forward? I might have to make my own. Like, my hands are very manly, though. That's like that's the problem with putting my arms and hands in for like a female character. I need a hand model. I need a professional hand model. You ever just want to like, hey, I need a professional hand model. What I'm thinking of is I'm just doing like this bone and that bone, and I'm just like turning one of them on top of each other, and I'm just like, it's a tough position. I don't really draw this one all the time, so I feel like it's more. It has to be more foreshortened. Kind of wish I had a professional hand model. Yoga for arm problem. Maybe you have. Maybe a weird yoga pose would be really good. Women, how about reaching? Let's try reaching. Why are they like half? Oh, hello. This one's like really close. This one has the arm on the wrong. Hey, you can come up here. Come up here, cat. Come on. Come on. My cat has destroyed my chair. He's killed my chair, man. This, but like, can you give me an why are you biting? Why are you biting? Don't biting. Don't biting. That was so close. That was so close. This is very close. What do you got? What is this? I mean, that's not enough, man. Not enough. I mean, it'll confirm at least that oh, this is hard to do. And then this one, I guess. Point this out. Yeah. And then let me position this thing. No, I screwed it up. Okay, and then I just move this over a little bit. And I move this over. Up. I mean, it's definitely better than nothing. It's definitely better than nothing. But, this is what I'm looking for. But, like, I can't really find it. I feel like... And then I would also look from sort of the top. So I have something like that going on. But I feel like maybe I'll bend this hand backwards on my side. I'll put it back over here. Or maybe I'll put it underwater. How about that? Let's hide half the hand underwater. Half the arm. Hey Shogun, what's up? Welcome back. You know what? I could do that. I feel like her arm is too long, so that let me delete this one. I don't like that. This one. Wait, did I save it? I feel like it's correct, but then it's like it's just maybe more or less this one. This one is This one's kind of tough. Um, this one is kind of tough. I'm having a little bit of a pickle here with this arm. I've decided to attempt. Oh, did I put that on the wrong layer? Yeah, I did. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna make another layer here. It's okay. These are all throwaways anyway. I'm trying to. Oh, that actually works. I think if I just connect it here, now I should have enough space. I think. So I wonder if anyone's gonna notice that I've hidden the hand. I bet someone is. Someone's gonna be like, you can't do that. You gotta draw out the whole arm. People on the internet, man. Savage. I think it's just about if I can solve this this problem here. That'll be most of the painting done, I think. And it'll be interesting, I think, because this is an interesting way of doing it. Sometimes hiding things isn't bad. Oh, whoops. Give me that back. Give me that back. Where's that from? What is that? What is that brush? Is that the same one as here? Huh, weird. I see you drawing this many days. Not really. No, not really. I only stream for like 3 hours a day. Unfortunately, I have to do like all kinds of things, so I don't have as much time as I used to just sit and draw all day. If I did have that, it would be done already. But plus, I have to draw commissions as well, so. So I think if you're like looking through YouTube, you'll see it as like a thumbnail. But yeah, it's cuz I'm drawing like 2 paintings at once. Which reminds me, I should probably I'm going to give it another 20 minutes, but then I have to do the commission, I think. I think I should do the commission. Gotta do my commissions. And then no one is the wiser. This is actually harder. Shit, this is harder. This is harder. All right. Have a good one, Shogun. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. This is harder. This didn't fix it. You know, like you fix one problem, and then you have 2 more problems come out of it. All right. So the first thing I think I want to do is I'm gonna size this down a little bit. Right about there, I think. Why did I just move? I literally positioned you, and then you just moved over. Why? Whomst? I'm gonna have like a reflection here too, I think. Maybe just a little bit of the color bleeding through. That'll be good, possibly. Very expressive fingers. But yeah, just probably like I'm gonna do 20 more minutes on this one, and then I'm going to do my commission. I kind of want to give her a tongue. I feel like this is the one. This is the one where I can get you know, like a sexy tongue thing going, and then it'll actually be really scary. It'll probably be like something like that. I have to get a reference for that. I have no idea how to draw that tongue. I think I've tried it like 100 times, and I've never been able to draw like a sexy tongue. It's always like, is that too much? I don't know. I don't know. It's a bit too fat. Maybe. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on that one. I'll think about it. I'm going to think about it. I feel like that might be too much. Might be too much. Oops, that was the wrong key. I think the mouth is just like a little malformed right now, so anything I do is gonna look wonky and weird. So we'll wait on that. We'll wait on it. We'll wait on it. Hey, you know. And I might, whoops, wrong layer. Classic. But yeah, you know, you never know what they're gonna come out with. Like, it seems like every day, the ways that you could like monetize your content is like growing. Like, ArtStation was gonna do NFTs. You know, ArtStation was on board. I think that would have been really cool. And then they backed out at the last second because like environments. Honestly, the crypto market is huge, and it's totally like, I think it's really like arrogant to think that suddenly, like, the amount of movement from NFTs and artists is probably like 2% would be like, I think, overstating it. We're talking about millions of dollars being moved like every hour. And it's like, yeah, a bunch of artists are just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna upstage the whole thing, and crypto. Um, I don't know. I think it's kind of silly. I do think they're valid concerns, about the environment, like in general, but I don't think they I don't think it's like most of these people. I don't think they're coming from that. I really don't. I don't know. I have no idea why they're so up in arms. Other than like, it just feels like popular to do that sort of thing nowadays. You kind of like, you have to pick a side, and then you just pick a side, pick a book, and then you go with that, and then like, I feel like you might even have like an audience that like appreciates you just for that, and they follow you on like Twitter or something, and so you almost feel like you have to perform. You have to do that performance for them. Oh, if you didn't speak out about NFTs, man, uh-oh. you know I don't know. It feels kind of like that. They'll try to like cancel you. That's kind of what happens. I know you're not allowed to say cancel. Cancel culture's not real, right? Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, people will go after you on Twitter. Cancel culture not real. Cause some guy who wrote like 5 books, he said so cancel culture not real. Yes, he does. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I watched it like a couple times now, and 0.25 times. It's very good. I recommend. It's funny how much energy people use like denying things online. That I think that's the interesting phenomenon. Like it's more like denial culture. Oh no, this thing it's not real. It's not happening. You're like you're just imagining it. And that's for a lot of things. Like people will go around like denying it for some reason. Like if it really wasn't real, then why don't you just like leave those people alone? But it's like you have to get them on your side for some reason. It's weird. This sort of phenomena, that's I think interesting. The need to assert some sort of, I don't know. Literally the just paint method. What do you mean? I don't know. It's difficult to extrapolate anything. It looks like there's quite a bit of understanding of forms that I'm lacking to really analyze it. Just paint. The just paint method. I don't know what that is. I feel like is it just paint? Just paint, bro? I can't see it, therefore it doesn't exist. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. Like you could ostrich yourself, you know. What bothers me are these ostriches that are out in like full force, that are just, they have to have that actually, in fact, it's not the case. That's what kind of scares me. that sort of phenomena, that sort of COVID deniers? No, cancel culture deniers. You know, there's always pushback. Um, you know, like social justice isn't real, or it's all a psyop. You're imagining it. There's always something like that. I feel like going on. If you ever go on Twitter, there's like 50 people that are like dedicated to letting you know that whatever it is you think is going on isn't going on, and you should just what's it called, consume more product, idiot. No, it's not real, bro. You're imagining things. There's no. It's just people reacting to stuff on the internet. There's no like grand narrative. Just there's nothing going on. It's just yeah. It's like it doesn't real. Those social constructs don't exist, man. That's how far we're going now. It's like anything that doesn't affirm my ideology is not real. It doesn't real, you know? Kind of weird. Kind of trippy now. It's almost like I don't know. Anything that is even remotely threatening is like a thought has to be like removed. Because it kind of undermines everything somehow. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Don't go to Twitter. It's a waste of time. It's like a bunch of like monkeys locked in a cage or something. And then they just have no alternative but to like shit talk each other. It's like they just can't. It's like you know what, like that rat the rat barrel experiment. That's like I think that's what Twitter really is. Except done on people. It's like you just lock them in a room and see what happens. You know? The rat barrels. They do be rat barreling. But yeah. It's weird. It's weird. I think I don't think we've ever been like more polarized. And it's polarization at like for weird shit. Like you're gonna find someone on the internet to argue with no matter what your position is. Do you like NFTs? No? Well, you're fucking dumb, you know? It just whatever your position is, there's gonna be someone who's gonna try to scream at you about it. I find that fact very disturbing. I don't know. That creeps me out. You know, the positions themselves probably not that interesting. But don't look at Twitter much. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. They're gonna monetize the rat barrel because they know that people can't resist, man. They can't resist the rat barrel. Get back in there, call someone a mean gamer word, you know. So you're gonna be paying for someone to abuse you online soon, and you're gonna like it. What's the rat barrel? Well, it's kind of an old technique. I don't even know. Maybe more like an urban legend. The way to get rid of rats is you get a bunch of them, you put them in a barrel, and you wait like a week, you know, and eventually there's only going to be one rat left. And you know what? That rat has developed a taste for rat, actually. Um, survival of the fittest, and yeah, you just release that rat into the wild, and yeah, you see what happens to your rat problem. You know, and you do that a couple times, and yeah, you have a bunch of well-trained rat murderers. You know, the rat problem solves itself. I don't know about the rat utopia. I actually have never heard of that. But yeah, it does feel like more and more that it do be like that on the internet. You know, it's like this grand social experiment of what happens if we get everybody together, and they obviously they're just gonna work out their problems, right? That's what's gonna happen. Nope, that's not what happened. Not what happened at all. Alright, I think I'm gonna draw my map now. But I did a little bit of work today on this painting. I'm gonna draw the map. Let's see what happens with that. So we went from here to here. So a little bit of development. I still want to do a lot, but I feel like some of the bigger problems have been solved. And then, you know, if I'm happy with that, I could just start working on the forms, you know, get that other face in. And then, you know, just start working on details, you know, like water, skin, all that. Yeah, let's see. Let me see here. I already saved it, didn't I? I think I said, yeah, I did save it. And I'll close this one, don't need it. And I'll just reopen my map. Basically, a group of 200 rats in a controlled space with food and water, and they start breathing and goes to 1,000, and they start killing each other due to boredom. I've never heard of that. But there are rats that behave like incels, chads, gangs, and violence. I mean, that sounds like a prison, you know, sort of. I'm gonna merge this down. I think this is valuable. Big value in this layer. Let me see here. Okay. And I'm gonna start working on. I think this character is gonna be like the weakest one right now. So start working on him a little bit. Let me think. Oh, shit. My wife's home early, but that's fine. The meat is still cooking, so she has to wait anyway. All good. All right. Hey, cat. Make a new layer. Add a couple of broken color things to some of the darker values. Maybe get some of that going. This guy is supposed to be like a thunder god. So far I've come up with like gimmicks for him. Like this one looks drowned. And this one looks kind of like burnt. She's a burn victim. Basically the conclusion of the experiment is how overpopulation can cause violence. In rats, yeah, I guess so. I mean, just having a lot of something makes you value that something less. Just going from like something like that premise. So You know, in China, in China, if you run over somebody, you gotta finish them off. You gotta finish them off because you don't want to be paying for what's it called, um, for his health insurance or whatever it is that they have in there. Disability payments. Yeah, I think they have like a rampant disregard for human life there. Um, Partly because you know probably there's a lot of them. You know, it could have an effect on your value of human life if you know you as the glorious leader are looking at it and it's like, oh yeah, just you know a couple of people die, okay, you gotta, hey, you gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet, you know what I'm saying? China number one. Explains why Chinese stuff is so cheap. Yeah, I mean they do have people in that work factory jobs that are just, you know, jumping out of the factory just to, you know, just to get a break, you know, a little break there. That's why they have those nets, the suicide nets, just to catch people. It's like, no, 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 no. I know what you're doing. Can't be doing that. Workers earn like 1 USD in a factory. 1 USD is pretty good money there. Oh, you know what I heard about China recently? China is cracking down on cryptocurrency. They don't like it. They don't like the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency bad. Winnie the Pooh does not like crypto. Really makes you think. Likely the same reason any state doesn't like crypto is they're not able to get a piece of that money. And so the state does not enjoy that. Hey cat. The meat's still cooking, so you're gonna have to wait till like 6:40, I would say. There's some chicken in the fridge though if you want it. If you're very hungry, but I know you can wait. Yeah. I heard China is also trying to eradicate physical money because it might be dirty money. I mean, like what? So are they gonna go to just full credit? Physical money is like almost always, you know. I bet any state would love to just go like full electronic. Not a lot of places can have that. I would say, you know, like Europe, maybe a couple of first world countries and a couple of Eastern Asian countries could probably do something like that. Maybe the UAE. Yeah, I mean, of course, paper money is the easiest to. It's like untraceable if you're doing it correctly. Of course, you know, if the cops break into your apartment and you have like a lot and you're just like, I don't know, an artist, at that point it's very traceable, you know. Should have hid it in your mattress in your friend's house, you know. So this one should have like a gimmick, but I'm not sure what that would be. I mean, yeah, but yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting for. I think the first thing we have to get rid of it are the coins. Honestly. I feel like a lot of these people that like give a shit about. Looks nice. Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, maybe. It's more like a summer dress for outdoors though. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like most of the people that are focused on cryptocurrency just wouldn't be able to take on something like um, something that would, would actually impact real change. Like, say, for instance, copper mining. If you compare that to the electricity used by Argentina, um, it'd be like a drop in the bucket, pollution wise. Everybody wants change. No one wants to be affected by it. It's something that's always kind of true. But yeah, it's only like a matter of time. Before we do switch over to something like electronic. I feel like it would be better for everybody. The problem is, you wouldn't be able to get people to do it. There was a interestingly enough, there was a store in California. I believe it was California. It might have been New York, where they would not accept paper currency, and the feds shut them down. Or I think it was the state shut them down. So they were doing something like that. They're environmentally friendly or something like that, and then they got shut down. That's not bad. Would you buy a whole collection or something? Oh, okay, just two. All right, you're not gonna show me the other ones now. Very smart. Okay. But yeah, it's it's an interesting story anyway. Um, I don't know where I read about it, but it's pretty cool. I just kind of like think that it'd be interesting to try that. Just go full full electronic. Not gonna lie, I went to China and it's super convenient to pay with the phone. I think it's equal to in terms of convenience. Yeah, we have that. We have that here. Like Apple Pay or Android Pay. Yeah, we have that. We have that. It's I discovered, well, my wife discovered that we could pay for groceries with that. And yeah, it is super convenient. I honestly, I don't really use cash except for Chinese food. Ironically enough, I only use it for Chinese food. Or actually Thai food. Thai food is also cash only. They are also doing something dirty with their taxes. I know for like a fact. For a fact, they're definitely like Taiwanese people are like on the same level of corruption as like Ukrainians, I feel like, because like you could go in there and you could just have they won't sell you the beer, but they'll let you drink it. They'll let you drink it even though it's not like a bar. They don't have a liquor license, but yeah, it's all that's how it works. Love that dirty Thai food. I love Thai food. Oh my god. I have two Thai food places next to me, and they have different specialties. This one, the one next to my house has this amazing coconut soup. The tom kha gai. I'm saying it wrong, but I unfortunately my mouth does not make those what's it called? Oh, his hair is gonna be electric. That's gonna be his gimmick. That's gonna be his gimmick, I think. It's not much of a gimmick, but hey, it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah, it's not a bad gimmick, I think. Stormy, what's it called? Yeah, we have so much food like around us. Just different types. I've got Chinese food, I've got Thai food, I've got Vietnamese food, I've got this is like the utopia outside of the city, I feel like almost. We have a lot. Got like 3 sushi places. Bunch of American restaurants, pizza, burgers, all kinds of burgers, low end, high end, bars. It's not really the city, but it's got a lot of wealthy retirees, I guess. Everyone's got a nice car here, except us. We have a shitty car, but hey, you know, whatever. I am on the verge. I'm on the verge of getting fat. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You know, I'm thinking of like Doctor Strange for this guy. Thinking of like Doctor Strange. Give him like a little cow or something. And Chinese food is like dirty cheap, man. I was ordering like Chinese food lunch every other day, and I would order just like two of those lunch specials for like $6 each. And then I would eat that for 3 days for lunch. And that's how you get COVID fat. That is the way to do it, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's cheap and it's good, and there's like it's a lot, man. China's trying to fatten us up. Yep. It do be like that. Yeah, especially like now during COVID, like I don't even leave the house really. Like my day is like I sit and I work, and then I finish working and I cook, and then I stream, and then I play a video game for a couple hours, and I go to sleep, and I do it all over again. I just ate Vietnamese rice paper rolls. I think I think they had like spring rolls. And it's like paper rice. No, not paper rice. Like rice paper or something. Let's see. Rice paper. Was it rice paper? I've had something very similar. Yeah, it's very good. I like it a lot. Yeah. I think it was called something like that. I don't remember, but I think yes. I've had that in a couple of Thai food establishments. It comes with this amazing sauce, and then like you eat the sauce, and then you just fatten up. Our days are almost identical. Oh man, you're also grinding. Gotta keep grinding, brother. Gotta keep grinding. It'll be worth it. We can sleep when we're dead. Gotta grind. I actually sleep at 11 every day. I'm not really awake for the first like hour and a half of the day, probably. I just kind of sit there in a daze. And they ask me questions, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. It do be tough. Oh, my court date is finally coming up. I'm gonna go fight my ticket. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get away with it. We'll see. I mean, honestly, that they blocked the sign and that road just changes to it. It's like a, it's literally a speed trap they got me at. It's the only ticket I've ever gotten. I don't speed. I don't do any of that. It's just, it's like, it's so frustrating because like the speed changed and I just like, I didn't realize. And there was a guy behind me that was going twice as fast as me. It was just like, just going behind me and just like asking, like kind of like pushing me to go faster. So we'll see. I'll try to fight it. Who knows? With Zoom meetings, the cops I think show up all the time though, because they can just work from home. Just like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I do that? That seems like a really good, and I think the city pays them to do that now. There's like a day that they have, depends on which state, but they have like a day where they can do all their cases. And it'll just be there, you know? We'll see. Hey, maybe I'll get out of it. I'm kind of hopeful. Hey, maybe it's my lucky day. Maybe it's my lucky day, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Haven't really met anybody who's beaten a traffic ticket, but yeah, what'd you think? Yep. You know, like any other what's called sane person, you go from big to small. He does a lot of form, and then he what's called, which is why like when that guy said like what was the name? He said, "Oh, he used small brush," and then he just worked with small brush all day, and I'm like, no, no, I doubt it. I've seen demos. I doubt it. You know, but I'm not gonna like. I doubt it, man. It's not like it's drawing where you start small. That is one thing I noticed that he does block in. Well, at least for that one. I've seen him draw too. I've seen him draw as well. It's, you wouldn't be able to extrapolate everything from like how he works from like one painting, but there are a couple others. You know, you should be able to get something from it. But that one's very good. It doesn't look like it's sped up too much. Maybe 16 times max, because you can still see everything. If you take it down to 0.25, you can still see most everything.
Dress?
Yeah, it's fine. It's more like a halat though. Yeah, it's like an indoor dress. You're gonna be very cold in that. Mm. Three minutes times 16 is 48 minutes, but that's not the maximum you can shrink something. So I think no. Well, I was watching it at 0.5, so I was watching it 12 times 16. So it was 12 minutes times 16. For me, that would be like, I don't know. I've done a lot of speed ups, so I could kind of see it. So let's see, 12 by 16 is gonna be like 200 something maybe. I don't know what that is. 200, 192. Okay, I was off a little bit. Doesn't matter. So I think it was about that. I don't know. You can get a lot from it if you watch it at what's it called 0.25. I think there's a lot of value there. Just turn off the sound because that, I don't know, doesn't sound good. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm probably gonna watch it a couple more times. I think I watched it a couple times, and yeah, I think I could learn something from it. I get lost around the halfway mark, I think, something like that. At that point, I'm no longer able to follow how he's doing all the details. He does, but those didn't go to the level of detail that I'm looking for. I think there's only one, the Orc Chieftain, that goes pretty high. But the other ones, I think they're kind of low. They're on the low end. This one is like, this one you could really learn from because it's simple subject matter, and then it's small. So he didn't spend like a year on it. It's not like his usual painting where he has like, you know, a scene and everything, and then like 50 characters just doing stuff, and then there's like a spaceship somewhere in there, and like a bunch of other, it's just, you know, one character with kind of horns and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you could learn from it, I think. Like the way he handles like the way that the horns fade out, that's really interesting. The way that he creates like almost like a blur look to what's it called? Oh, really? I've never seen these. I wouldn't be able to search for them because it's like it's in Chinese. I've seen like 4 videos on YouTube. That's all you have access to.
加上这种非常非常细致的补色，然后加上这种非常精细的这些细节。
Yeah, this would be really helpful. Oh, this is like real time. I'm gonna favorite this and then save it. Hold on. Yeah, this is why you should know Chinese. Bookmark this tab. Run GS search results. Interesting. Billy main site. Wonderful. Very interesting. I haven't seen it. Any of these. I mean, it does say Rungia. You search for Rungia, but it's like... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Is this translated? This is already translated for me. I'm already reading it in Chinese. Yeah, see what I'm reading is... on how to copy Rungia's demonstration work. Log into Billy to enjoy more... To enjoy more rights! Oh boy. Rungia's blowjob curl texture modification one. To enjoy more rights and log into Chinese website. We give you all rights you want. Filthy American pig. Oh god, that's good. That's good. I like that. Hey, it's Google Translate. They're doing the best they can. You know, translation is difficult. I've done something similar. But yeah, I mean that's pretty trippy. I don't know why he hasn't uploaded it to YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe those are like I feel like those are like streams. I don't know. He should like re-upload them to YouTube. I feel like I would be a good stream manager. I'd be able to get him that views, those clicks, you know, those clicks. Let me try this. HGJ literally has almost no attention from Western audience despite being one of the best Chinese painters. I doubt that. HGJ is kind of big here. HGJ is like very big on like ArtStation and on all those other places. What are you eating? Just bread? You're gonna eat the chicken, you know. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I'll have to erase some of that. I have to be very careful here. Not on YouTube. I think a lot of normies don't know him. Oh, well, YouTube is kind of niche. For this kind of content is kind of niche. But if he was to go to like to Twitter for like a second just to tweet out that he put out videos, I think those would be pretty popular. Can't blame them. YouTube is banned in China. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was banned in China. That's kind of neat. I thought they were working like together with Google now. Like, I thought that was like the thing that Google eventually like caved and said that they were gonna work with the Chinese government. The entirety of Google-owned platforms are banned, even Facebook and WhatsApp. Do they have like Chinese alternatives? Isn't that like a thing? Is that you have to have like Chinese people working for you, otherwise you can't do business in China or something like that. And then eventually they just kind of steal your shit. And then it becomes like a Chinese business. Bro, dealing in China, it sounds bad. Sounds really bad, man. It seems like anyone that other than the Chinese are getting like a really raw deal. You need to use WeChat, which replaces every communication on entirety of... Yeah, there's WeChat, Weibo. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. I tried working for a Chinese firm one time, and well, they didn't take me, first of all, but because it was some dumb shit like instructing English. I know one guy who does it, and he's pretty successful at it. So I was like, okay, let me take a look. Maybe they got some money for me. But yeah, they didn't accept my application, so yeah, screw them. Who knows? But they did make me install their fucking spyware on my phone. I don't know how much they were able to lift from it, but yeah, for like a second there, they did have, you know, everything. Oh, right, the what's it called also? I forgot the eraser will also be what's called. The eraser will also be mirrored. I hate it. I'm getting hungry. It's 6:40, so I'm gonna take a break here. I think we got something done with the map. Not too much, but a little bit. You know, the map is moving very slowly, but hey, progress is progress. It does look like there is something that was accomplished. Not a lot, but I think I got more work done on the other painting. I think this one turning out pretty good. Might have to spend time on it, like serious time on it, but otherwise I think if I keep watching Runjia's video, maybe I could pick up a couple tips and I could crystallize them in this painting, and then I have them forever. But yeah, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you tomorrow on Discussions of China from an American perspective.